Henry Cavill is absolutely committed to The Witcher's 7-season plans on one condition. Long as we can keep telling great stories which honor the author's work, I'm all about it.
Former Witcher writer recalls staff actively mocking the source material.
Henry Cavill, the show's leading actor, is leaving the role of Geralt after the already filmed Season 3 and will be replaced moving forward by Liam Hemsworth.
So are the books the reason you got into it in the first place?
The books, actually, I thought the books were a product of the games. So I was playing the games first. I then learned that they were not, and so I read the books, and I absolutely loved them. As a pairing, the games and the books are brilliant together.
Many people would be reluctant to campaign the way you did.
I mean, I was a huge fan of the games, and I've been doing this now, acting for 21 years. And so whenever I'm doing things like playing great computer games, I'm thinking, can I turn this into a movie? Can I turn it into a TV show? How would I do it? And then I heard that Netflix had bought the IP, and so I got my agents chasing them down.
When I heard they were making The Witcher, I obviously was incredibly excited, and I annoyed the living daylights out of my agents. And I called them every day and said, guys, now? Meeting now? How about now? And they eventually said, look, they've brought on a showrunner, and we've called them, and they said, look, we're not even close to that process yet. And I kept on pushing. Eventually, I think Netflix just got tired, and Lauren was like, okay, fine, we'll meet the guy. And I sat down with Lauren, we had a great conversation about the show, where it was going, and my passion for it as well.
Well, in season 1, there wasn't really much of an opportunity for expansive dialogue, which Geralt is known for. He's often in the books. He's often known to monologue, because we had 2 original origin stories, which were the center point to the show, and so it was something which was important to me, because I wanted Geralt to be represented as true to the books as possible, and that involves more talking. It's more of an intellectual lean. He has a philosophical lean as well, so we get to see a touch more of his philosophical side.
Telling Gail earlier that you pushed for season 2 to more closely align with the books.
I pushed for
What changes did you want?
There's only so much that I can change when it comes to a new season. I can't change plot lines, I can't change storylines.
Right.
I can't even really change character trajectory. But one thing I did want to do was introduce more of the book Geralt into the show. And that is a guy who's more intellectual, he's wiser. Yeah, he's still grumpy, he's still morose, and he's still petulant at times, but I really wanted to make sure we had a 3-dimensional version of the character rather than a 2-dimensional, just grumpy snowman living in the mountains.
So, season 2 of The Witcher is coming up soon. What was running through your head when you returned to set and you first saw yourself as Geralt again?
A lot of things, let me tell you. But I would say, for me, I was just on a mission to make sure that as we could get as much of the character of Geralt from the books into the show, as much as Lauren's vision would allow and the plot would allow. And so that was my driving force for the season. It really was.
Joining us right now, good morning, Henry. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks.
All right, so season 2 is expected to be bigger and badder. What can viewers expect?
We can expect some fantastic performances, especially from Freya and Anya. They are absolutely brilliant. Anya's got some original story to play with as well, and the VFX is extraordinary. And the way the show looks, it really has come on from the last season, and it's brilliant. Our directors of photography are fantastic.
Lauren has brought her own vision. Lauren Hisrick, the showrunner, she's brought her own vision to this. It's with, especially what Lauren's done. She's come onto this, and she's been very courageous, taking on such a popular IP.
Yes.
And she, as I say, she's brought her own vision to this. In the books, we have 3 major characters, one of which doesn't really get introduced until the second book, and one of which gets introduced at the end of the first book. And otherwise, you're just following Geralt. And Lauren has brought her a far broader lens to this TV show. And we have these 2 fantastic characters, Yennefer and Ciri, who are introduced from the very beginning. And so to draw parallels between the books and the TV show is going to be very, very difficult from the beginning, because we have 3 major characters from the get-go rather than 1. The essence of everything is the same, and people will recognize certain elements of the books, but This is very much a broader lens version of what the books represent.
Feels as a viewer like a role that you were born to play. I've been comparing it to Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool, and I don't say that lightly. Does it feel like that to you now, 2 series in, like I was born for this?
I'm incredibly fond of this character, and I will fight tooth and nail for him and to do him justice. That's answer enough.
That certainly is.
Well, I mean, everyone who did Game of Thrones will say that if anybody thinks that you're not staying true to the books, you'll hear about it. I mean, so I'm sure you're kind of prepared for that sort of thing
100%.
coming on. But you can also say, I've gamed it, I've read it, everybody back off. I mean, in a much nicer way than I just said.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Don't throw anything at me.